Hello everybody, this is Goldwalker, and I am back not with another solo run, but with the little rundown. I want to... This is going to be a final opportunity before the tournament goes up around the end of the year. After Christmas, most likely, because I need time to record everything and edit. But... yeah, we're going to get a rundown. This is especially important for all the guys that I didn't make a video on, because I was originally just doing this as a hobby. Let's just get to it. I'm going to talk a bit, a little bit about the run if I remember any details. Some of these I did, 2-3 years ago. I'll talk about how good I think their odds are, very briefly. Right after that, we got Sandy, the first one I did. I didn't even have to do, anything in the randomizer, because you just start with a Pikachu. Raichu's a weird one. I couldn't get Surf, unfortunately, or at least I couldn't figure out how. So we're working with, Seismic Toss and Body Slam and Submission as coverage, but... I mean, look at you, you're fast. 207, you click Thunderbolt. A lot of these are going to come down to, do you have a type... A lot of the early ones, I think, will come down to Pokemon that have a lot of valuable type advantages. And then, as the tournament goes on, I'm expecting, okay, that's where we're really going to see the more even matchups. Yeah, no, Sandy, I think she'll do okay. Not astounding, but by God, she'll probably win a round. Next up, Wrath, Charizard. Charizard is a fucking... Gen 1 Charizard is, so almost pretty good, really good. It's just not quite there. You do get some stuff. Fire Spin Earthquake is awesome. Slash is decently strong. I thought about using Fly, but it doesn't really give you any coverage you don't already get. With Flamethrower. The only exception is fighting types, which are mostly a non-threat. Even the ones that learn Rock Slide, you probably just fire. You're faster than just about all of them, and just fire spin them down until you can KO them with Flamethrower. Up next, Kaido. Gyarados is kind of one of the ones. I don't know why the fuck it's been so long. I don't know why I went with Hydro Pump over Blizzard, but I think Gyarados has a real shot of going the distance. It's just, there aren't a ton of electric types in Gen 1, and those are genuinely one of the only things that really threaten you. I don't know if I could... I wish... There's part of me that's does this guy even learn Body Slam? He does. I kind of wish I went with that when I did the playthrough, but it's locked in at this point. There's no point worrying about it now. And for what it's worth, Hyper Beam. I mean, Hyper Beam off 125 attack in Gen 1, that's insane. You're decently fast, you're super bulky, you've got a mostly very strong defensive typing. I think Kaido can go. I think Kaido can make, can make some real fucking moves. Lightyear, Electabuzz. One of the few electric types that can, adequately damage the rock ground Pokemon, thanks to Psychic. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I don't expect him to go super far. I really don't. But you never know. All it really takes is a lucky bracket. I think the big problem is Lightyear doesn't have any hacks. It doesn't have any cheese outside of Paralysis, which most of the roster has. And it's you can't what's the word? You can't power through bad matchups solely off of oh, let me just fish for an Ice Beam freeze, something like that. I think he'll do okay. 204 speed. That base 105 is doing some lovely work. I'm excited. I'm very excited to see how all of this goes. And as I go through the box, you can see who's next. Ninetales. I'm running Dig on this fucking thing. One of the things I like about the Solo Run Invitational is the working name right now. It's not perfectly set in stone yet, but that's probably what I'm going with. Is I get to use moves like Dig and Fly that are not legal in Smogon singles. for RBY due to the glitch, but in this the meta is just like all my fucking solo run Pokemon. Yeah, I mean Fire Spin plus plus potential paralysis. That's like enough to cheese some wins. So Nina could go pretty far, but I don't think she's beating like any of the bulky waters without some insane luck. New York. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere, but I don't think New York is making it anywhere. Don't get me wrong, Weezing's got, like, okay stats, but it's just that poison typing, lack of good stab moves. Sludge is okay. It's, like, decently strong. It's base 60 power, but you wish you had something else. And you wish you were something other than a poison type. I mean, crazier things have happened, but especially since there's no explosion. Explosion would just trade, and I decided not to count that because I think it's a little lame in like that 1v1 scenario. I don't know, there are some good matchups, obviously against like against Parasect. New York could maybe make some moves, but even then, if he gets spored, he's just gonna get digged to death. And then, oh well. Yeah, I love Weezing. I'm glad it actually got pretty good in later games. What is it? In ADVOU, it's a solid fight. It's a solid if uncommon Pokemon. In like modern VGC, you see it or Galarian, and because of neutralizing gas, and I think that's cool. It's nice. It's a rough debut for Weezing. Here we have the all-terrain Venomoth. This guy's sick as hell. There's a bunch of what do you call it? There's a bunch of like Twitch Plays Pokemon references in these. I was obsessed with that when it was still going. It was good times, and the existence of like Sleep Powder is enough to absolutely destroy matchups you have no right winning. And you know, for what it's worth, you're fast-ish. You're faster than, like, most... Okay, you're not faster. But, like, just make a comparison. You got 181, you're faster than Weezing. You're faster than Gyarados. Not this one, but, you know, you take what you can get. I think Venomoth will do okay. I've done some, like, off-stream in my own time, I've done some tests of, like, how will the brackets kind of shake out. And I just did it with this first box of dudes. Venomoth got pretty far, very consistently, just off of the virtue of decent enough stats and Sleep Powder. So, hey, it's just a good move, you know? And here's Hypno. Teller over here, named after the famous Penn and Teller. I don't think they did, like, psychics, they were magicians, but... yeah, you know. I think there's a real shot he goes super far. When I did these test run tournaments, Hypno won, like, more than once, I think. And that's just off the back of very solid stats all around. Not amazing, but good. Decent at everything. How do I put it? A jack of all trades does very well in this tournament, I'm finding out, rather than, like, Pokemon that are otherwise strong because they can specialize. Worth noting is in those tournaments, none of like the heavy hitters like Chansey or Snorlax or Tauros were in them, or Alakazam. So who knows, maybe he was just a big fish in a small pond. He lives to bully the low tiers. Well, you never know though. He's got cheese, he's got bulk, he's got damage. He could go the distance. Polaris, Magneton, my sweet, handsome little trio of little guys, you're not doing shit. I was down bad enough to be running Screech. That's how shallow Magneton's move pool is. For what it's worth, you are really good at clicking Thunderbolt. And no one is going to take that away from you. You are so fucking good at clicking Thunderbolt. As long as you are not asked to do anything else, you're golden. I don't think Polaris will do amazing, but who knows? I mean, bulky enough. Avoid the ground types, and who knows, they might make it. They might make it pretty far. Mimsy, which this is like a South Park reference. I don't even watch South Park that much. This guy's not gonna do shit. I'm running Swords Dance. I probably should have used Toxic instead. But, you know, whatever, man. Yeah, no, I don't... Farfetch'd is not going to do well. Not a single base stat creeping above 65, which even for Gen 1, which is a very low power generation, that's pretty underwhelming. Right? That's just not very good. But, you know, he could do it. He could do it. He could win one he could beat Parasect, maybe. I think, like, part of me wants to, like, once the tournament's over, if people want to see more of it, I can do, like, oh, let's get all the shitters who didn't win anything and see who's the best of the worst. I don't know, I'll worry about that later. I need to actually finish the solo run invitational. I've decided that's what I'm calling it. We got Sonic. This guy, he can really move. He's got an attitude. He's a fire type that learns Psychic for some reason. I mean, I'm not complaining about the coverage or the chance for special drops. Submission is much better as a coverage move than it is as your only stab move, so he kind of comes out better than some of the fighting types. You know, a move that you have, a mediocre move that you have to click sometimes versus one that you're clicking most of the time, I think is, you know. Oh, and then Fire Blast. Fire Blast hits hard. I don't know how I got away with Fire Blasting through the Elite Four, but by God, it's beautiful. We got Gabby. Here she is. This is just Persian. You got Slash, T-Bolt, double beam. You're fast. This Persian was actually unusually slow, and it still hit 209, which is fucking ludicrous. Absolutely insane. I don't know. Gabby's gonna have trouble when she actually gets to the bulky ones that can chunk her for 40-50% every hit, but being as fast as you are, guaranteed crits off of Slash, I think she can make some moves. Nessie, Lapras. Lapras is fucking crazy. Lapras, I think, also won one or two of those test tournaments because it's just super bulky. It doesn't matter if you're a low level, you have better stats than everything, a better typing, a better move pool. I don't know if she goes the distance. I love using that phrase, I really do. I don't know if she makes it all the way. There's just a couple things. Faster Pokemon with sleep moves are a huge problem, and there's a couple of those. Electric types, there's not a lot of them, but there's enough combined with all those sleepers that you could be like, it's a little iffy. So scary. But Blizzard. Oh, Blizzard, Surf, Body Slam, T-Bolt. It's just a collection of 4 really fucking good moves. This isn't even all the good moves Lapras gets. You get Sing, which I didn't go with. You get Earthquake, I think, maybe? I'm actually not certain. But yeah, no, this is just crazy. Among Us, the Ditto, I just gave this thing max stats and everything. I did not do a Ditto solo run. I'm not going to do a Ditto solo run ever. Because it's... Look, I did try it. I promise I did try it. The problem is that it sucks. And I was doing this for fun, so I just made him level 100 and gave him everything. He's not gonna win. And on my fucking... on my life, Ditto does not even make, like, top 32. And mind you, this is the tournament with like 64, no, like 80-something entrants, maybe 70-something. Ditto does not make top 32. I'm not even sure he wins one. You are faster than some things, but you are also spending a turn doing nothing. And they get a free shot on you. That the number of matchups you can still win after that is so small. But who fucking knows? Who knows? I sure don't. Zoro. Fun fact, Zoro, this Scyther, is one of the reasons I did Pokemon Yellow instead of red or blue. It's because Scyther literally cannot damage Gengar in any way until Pokemon Yellow. Because it didn't learn anything, it learned Wing Attack in Yellow. And before that, it just had normal type moves and toxic. Fucking amazing that they did not think of that until that. But you know what? It was the first. It was one of the first games of its kind. You can give them a little slack. Also, I mean, you don't learn a lot, but holy shit, those numbers. There's in slash, so you get SD. I went with Swords Dance. If I'm running Swords Dance on a Pokemon, it's because it doesn't learn 4 good moves. The only other thing you could have done is like maybe Toxic, and I don't think Scyther's doing any fucking any stalling anytime soon. You got my boy Bruce, one of the better fighting types in Gen 1. You're decently fast and still quite strong. You get some good moves. You have to use Seismic Toss to hit ghost types, but there is one ghost type in the entire game. I'm unconcerned. I think Bruce will... I don't think he's gonna win. I do not think he's ever going to win, in barring like an extremely rigged bracket. But like he'll make... I think he'll put on a show. Lopter, Kingler, one of my favorites. One of my favorite Pokemon. From Gen 1. It's super cool. It's hype moments and aura. You got 130 attack. You can kind of use it. Special's bad, but Crabhammer is almost always a crit, so it kind of balance out. And Blizzard is the 10% chance to one-shot. So you take those. Now, I think Kingler would do okay. He has a lot of good type matchups and can muscle his way through bad ones, except for electric types, I think. I think every electric type is faster, except maybe Magneton. We got Wonderlust with the worst moveset I think of any of these Pokemon. I don't know why the fuck I went with Leech Seed. But that's what I locked in. If he misses fucking Double Edge, that's on me. I think he's still got a really good shot. You just have good stats. You just have really good numbers and a decent typing. And you got Sleep Powder, Psychic. You can Leech Seed a guy. I don't know why the fuck I went with Leech Seed. You can tell that I wasn't originally planning to do this whole, like, tournament thing with some of these movesets, because I was not considering, like, oh, hey, shouldn't they have moves that do something? Oh, well. I got Sunny, my little dugong, named after a sea lion and that I once knew. Long ago. Anyway, this is just a bulky water type. This is just Lapras, but like 15% worse, but it's still Lapras. One of the only Pokemon I gave rest because I don't know what else was I gonna do. Toxic was an option. Dugong will do about as well as it is, which is to say perfectly okay. Wesley, you'll notice I only have one real attacking move. The basic premise here is I Stun Spore things that are faster, and I Sleep Powder things that are slower, and then wrap until they are in range for Razor Leaf, and then you win. The big sticking point is Gengar, but again, there's one Ghost-type Pokemon. There's like a dozen Pokemon who are like, as long as I don't run into Gengar, I'm fucking golden, and realistically, one of them will run into Gengar. But it won't be me. Oliver. You want to see Sandslash, but mostly worse? Yeah, Marowak was in a rough spot before Gen 2, when the Fit Club was introduced, because it was literally just almost objectively worse than Sandslash, because every stat was lower except for defense, which was identical, and all you had over it was Blizzard and Fire Blast, like some special moves you can barely take advantage of. That said, I think Oliver will actually, like, beat some of the shitters. Like, I don't think fucking Arbok over here is winning that battle, you know? If they meet up. I have not done the seeding. I'm not really gonna do seeding. I'm just gonna do it. The seeding will be random, because it's more fun that way. Oliver he's a bulky ground type. Even a bad bulky ground type is still like, hey, you're a bulky ground type. And speaking of bulky ground types, oh man, Hulk, I love Rhydon so much. I don't think he's going to win. I think Rhydon is great in singles because you can switch out when water and grass types come around, and then only come in on your good matchups, but I don't know. I don't know, man. For what it's worth, you are so good at clicking Earthquake. But that's about it. So I think Hulk is positioned to do okay, even if not make any upsets. Sterling, my Arbok, who I talked shit about in the section with Marowak. For what it's worth, I mean, Wrap, Hyper Beam, Glare's like a really cool move. You're one of the only rappers that gets Earthquake, so one of the only one that doesn't auto lose to Gengar. You just lose in 2 turns instead of the moment you're sent out. Glare plus Wrap is a really evil combination. I don't know how the fuck I muscled my way past the Elite Four with this set, but I mean, it's there. God, it is kind of cool though. Hyper Beam is so cool in Gen 1. I don't think it could be reintroduced the way it used to work, because imagining like, oh, I don't know, fucking Specs Magearna or some shit running Hyper Beam, and not having to recharge. I'm like, I don't know if I like that. But like, Arbok, he's not gonna do great. Look, some of them are not gonna do amazing. And they're gonna do their best, and they might get some wins. I think I remember Arbok doing okay in the limited format that I tried, with like the first 30 or so solo runs. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Anything you're faster than, and you can, alright, just anything in general, you can glare it, then wrap it down until they're in range of Hyper Beam or Earthquake, and then you're good. Raticate, baby. I like Raticate. I'm a big fan of Delia. This is my girl. She's great. I don't know. The nice part about being able to use Dig is as strong as Earthquake in this generation for some reason. So it's like you basically have Earthquake, which is nice. So you get to run that. At Body Slam, Hyper Beam is great neutral damage against most targets. Blizzard is the I'm going to gamble and see if I win button. Very nice stuff. I think she could make some upsets. I don't think she'll do amazing though. All right, on to the next set of them, and what do we have? My glorious king, Lord Helix, the real Goldwalker gaming heads among you, may recognize this guy as the first one that I uploaded, with no commentary, and obviously no VTuber. I don't even know if I was doing VTuber stuff back then. It's been ages. This guy, he'll do. I don't know. You have really good stats, and your typing is awkward, but it does come with a normal resistance, which is huge against the deluge of normal and flying types that rely on normal and flying type moves to do any damage. I think Helix will do okay. Hey. I don't think he's going the distance. Like, he's gonna struggle the moment he runs into any of the real heavy hitters. But he's like he's a gatekeeper. It's like, you're not a real threat to the tournament until you can beat Lord Helix. Aquafina. Aquafina, my Vaporeon. She's been through so much. She's been through so much. I think, like, Vaporeon might do pretty good. You're super bulky because of this ridiculous HP stat. You have very few actual weaknesses. You have a great move pool. You have a great move set, barring Toxic, which is kind of dog shit, but what else are you going to do? Ooh, but like Surf, Body Slam, Blizzard, that covers 90% of situations, and Toxic is there if you hit another bulky water and you get into a stall war. Like, that's a real thing that can happen. I think Aquafina will do good. Thor, my boy. My sweet, handsome man. Jolteon doesn't really learn moves in general. Well, like, even in Gen 9, Jolteon's got a pretty shallow move pool. Well, it's only barely making stuff work thanks to terrestrialization. In this game, fucking good luck. We're running Pin Missile and Double Kick. That's how bad it is. That said, I mean, Double Kick does okay damage against the frailer normal types. Specifically, Chansey is what it's there for. And most of the time, anything that does not resist electric, or is not immune to it, you're just clicking Thunderbolt against it anyway, and Jolteon's really good at clicking Thunderbolt. So I think he'll go far. I think he'll do good. there's a real chance that, like, he gets into Zapdos and we get to see the OU recreation of Jolteon beating Zapdos one-on-one, except he doesn't have Rest, and Jolteon Actually, he might not, because the Zapdos my Zapdos has, like, Double Edge, I think, and Hyper Beam, so that might... We'll see. Alright, Curly, Mo, and the third one, Dodrio. I mean, Dodrio is so almost good in Gen 1. It's like you have great stab moves. You have really good stats. I mean, 110 attack, that's the same as, like, Snorlax. 100 speed, really fast for Gen 1. It's just you literally cannot break through the rocks. For what it's worth, I think Curly will be another gatekeeper. The slower, frailer Pokemon are going to get eaten alive, but ones that can reasonably take hits are gonna suffer. Are gonna make Dodrio suffer. You know, you just can't take damage. You know, you might be fast, but like, what are you gonna do when you deal 30% to Snorlax and he two-shots you with Body Slam? Now, I keep saying this like it's going to happen, but realistically, I do not even know yet how this stuff is gonna turn out. Who knows? Curly is in a position where he could make a run. He could absolutely, like, make some upsets. Body Slam paralysis is always there. Hyper Beam crits. 100 speed. 100 speed is enough, man. And those crit rates are fucking evil. Paul, my boy. I kind of wish I ran Rest over Blizzard, but realistically, I'm not sure he needs it. Amnesia, one of the few setup moves that I think is actually worth using in these, like, one-on-one scenarios, because you are also boosting your bulk in addition to boosting your damage, when otherwise you could just attack twice. This could make a huge difference against, like, other bulky water types, not so much against the electric types who are all faster than you, against psychics, against grass types who don't have Razor Leaf, which is a good number of them. I think Paul will absolutely fuck some people up. No, she's got it. She's got it. She'll be good. Hot Rod. Basically, all you've got going for you, you're fast. I mean, 105 base speed, 206 raw in this instance. You're super fast. You've got decent enough moves. The fact that you don't get Flamethrower is annoying, but Fire Blast is much stronger, so, you know, hey. Body Slam and Hyper Beam are great for nailing water types, and Fire Spin? Fire Spin is the great equalizer. Fire Spin is the move that says, I can win this shit when I have no right to. So, who knows? Who knows, genuinely. If Hot Rod can avoid the bulky waters, I think, you know, she can make it. It's just a rough one. It's just a rough one. But that's the lot of fire types in Gen 1. You have a lot of weaknesses, and none of them are... You don't get the move pool to deal with them, like you do in later games. Walter. Yeah, there's another one where if I put Toxic, I'm desperate. You're fast as fuck. Earthquake, Rock Slide, Slash is kind of all you need. Toxic is there because I needed a fourth move, and I wasn't really sure what else to put. Maybe Substitute could have done it. I don't know. What else do you even learn? Hyper Beam, actually, would have been really smart. My bad, Walter. I didn't think about that. I think I just didn't want to grind for another Hyper Beam because it takes forever. Or it's not even grinding for it. It's like buying the coins takes like fucking 20 minutes or some shit, even if you're speeding it up. I don't know. It takes a while, but the loss of Hyper Beam might suck, actually. That's Walter. If that matters... My bad, King. Bowie, the most... This is the most Pokemon that there's ever been. The most, like... The ideal Pokemon. Just mediocre at everything and somehow averages out to being pretty good. You just got good moves. You just got good moves, man. You know? It is pretty good. And I think Clefable will do well. Big Mom. Big Mama's here. Another one I expect to be kind of a dark horse, just because you have really good, really solid stats across the board, It's just like, if you can avoid the really fast special attackers, of which there's not a lot of them, you're in a really strong spot. So I think that's gonna be nice. I think she can do it. You have great moves, solid stats. Ignore this one. She'll make some moves. Ed, my boy. You thought some of those other movesets were fucking dire. How about Takedown, Screech, Toxic? Ted is trying to click Thunderbolt and nothing else. Like, genuinely nothing else. If he ever has to do anything else, he's fucking cooked. But by God, he's so good at clicking Thunderbolt. That speed, that like speed stat give. God, Electrode has like a 20% crit rate or some shit. So there's, and you have enough bulk to live most hits once. So it's kind of like it's a solid maybe. It's a solid, like, he'll probably take one or two battles and then get fucked by someone who doesn't immediately fold to Thunderbolt. Hank, I'm not expecting to do shit unless he gets into really lucky matchups, like Pokemon that do not learn coverage. You know, like some of the electric types, like Ted over here. Like, he will body, like, any of the electric types, pretty much, except for, like, Electabuzz. So, like, this moveset, if you look at this moveset and don't look at these numbers down here, this Pokemon looks fucking crazy, right? Like, oh my god, you get Bind, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Slam, and you're Rock and Ground. Don't look at these. You're just so fucking ready. And then, what if we just shaved off 30 here and put it here, or shaved off like 20 and put it here? Wouldn't that be? No. Yeah, 160. Onix is like peak. This Pokemon was not designed with PvP in mind. It was designed to be threatening for like the first gym. Because it is, genuinely, its 45 attack is low, but it's not that low when you compare it to, like, you know, unevolved shitters that like 10-year-olds are gonna try and challenge the gym with. So even though it's easy to dunk on Onix for all of this, but in the context of, like, this was designed as a single-player RPG, first and foremost, with multiplayer as like almost an add-on. I hesitate to say an add-on because there was Train Evolutions, but you know what I mean. With PvP as a afterthought, this is cool. Onix is cool in my book. But man, fuck Onix. You know who's goated? John Cena. This guy can win the whole thing. His speed's low because I guess he has a low, didn't get a lot of stat experience in it, and probably had bad DVs. But it's Tauros, dog. This is Jesus. I believe in Tauros more than I ever believed in God. I'm gonna be so fucking real. There's a couple things. Some of the fast psychic types could be an issue, especially if you, like, if they deal over 50 and you don't get, like, a Body Slam para, you're probably cooked. But, oh my god. That Body Slam, the crit rate, look at this moveset. You hit everything. You hit everything at least neutral for a ton of damage. Cloyster could be an issue, but that's one Pokemon. John Cena, I think he's in the running. I think he can make I think there's he most likely makes top 16. I think he's got a real shot at winning the whole thing. Maybe, I think he likely makes top 8. Alucard pissed me the fuck off. I don't remember a lot of these, but I remember Alucard being fucking annoying and trying to get him to beat the Elite Four. I think he went into the Elite Four at like 72, 74, and I needed to... No, I think he went in at a low level, and I had to, like, grind levels to get him somewhere. Like I had to do with Onix, I had to do that. Oh, this guy did not need it. But, like, yeah, you're just stuck with stats are okay, but you have a bad typing, pretty weak move pool with no good stab moves. Like, Wing Attack is base 35 power, and I run it, but I'm not happy about it. That said, Alucard does have good matchups into a lot of the grass types, so, you know. I don't expect him to do well, but he might win a game. RK9, the boy. Look, guys, he's got Earthquake. He's got basically Earthquake, except it takes 2 turns, but in this context, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I think Arcanine can do well. There's some bad matchups. Obviously, bulky water types are a big problem. Bulky rock and ground types, because they can definitely take a dig and then respond with Earthquake, even if I don't think Earthquake even hits diggers in Gen 1. I think that was added in Gen 2. Still, you're in a good position. I think Arcanine, he can do it. He can make it. Joe, my sweet man. He can probably, like, win some against some of the weaker normal types, but I don't think Joe's making it far. He's frail. He's not especially fast. He's got decent attack, but not stellar. Ice Punch is really weak, despite being a good move, because... Ooh. Right, what can you do? Your best. You can do your best. And that's what he'll do. Miggy, this is another one. This guy's a dark... I think Gengar is a dark horse. Is a genuine, like... This guy is not only a run ruiner for a ton of Pokemon, and he's also just good in his own right. He's fast, he's strong, he's got cheese with Hypnosis. You can... What it can do? You can... Even bad matchups like Hypno, because you're faster, you can go for Hypnosis. If you hit it, you can start wearing them down with Thunderbolt. Get the damage going, maybe even fish for special drops with Psychic. It's a big deal. Big deal. I think Miggy can take the whole thing. It's just like Alakazam and Mewtwo and a couple of the fast Psychic types that he's got to watch out for. Chansey is another big one. But like just don't run into them. He's definitely got to run into one of them. I feel like there's no way they don't go deep. My beautiful boy, Pagliacci. Notice I'm running Barrier because we are kind of down bad for move slots. For like moves that do something when clicked, and Barrier's alright. It's not amazing, but against like some of the bulkier, like strong normal types, you can do stuff. You know? You can like Barrier up, you're taking a lot less damage, and then you start wearing them down with Psychic. Pagliacci, I'm not expecting much. I'm really not, but you know. I think he's a Psychic type. He's gonna do fine. It doesn't matter how like, it's just like, it doesn't matter if your stats are only a little bit above average. You're a Psychic type in a game where Psychic types have no weaknesses. Diet Pepsi. This one is actually supposed to be Pepsi. I fucked up when I named him. But you know what? That's okay. Oh yeah, she's got nothing. She's got like no moves. Double-Edged Fly, Hyper Beam are all decently strong. 80 attack in Gen 1 is actually pretty... I wouldn't call it above curve, but it's like at curve. It's like at curve, you know? It's fine. It's fine. And you're decently fast, 91 speed, you've got some bulk. Pidgeot is like a big all-rounder, which is great for single-player playthroughs. Who want someone who just like does stuff consistently. Hey, but in a context where like the other guy is also like really good, you're just outclassed. That said, I mean, you do have 91 speed. That's enough to fish for crits. You can always fish for crits. I'm always saying this. Miracle Grow, I think, could make some moves. His big problem is the Psychic types. Most of the Psychic types, I think, beat him 1v1. The only exceptions might be the ones he's faster than, which is just like Hypno. And even then, like, you have to hit Sleep Powder and then you have to kill him. Then, which could take a while. Hypno's not frail. It's iffy. Hey, but for what's worth, I'm a big Venusaur enjoyer. I'm bullish. I think Miracle Grow to the moon. I'm always saying this. We got Cyber Duck. I mean, Cyber Duck, he'll be fine. I think, like, I don't think Porygon's gonna go deep. I think you're just, like... The thing that makes Porygon niche in Gen 1 OU doesn't apply here. For a number of reasons. One, I'm not even running Reflect. And two, you can't guarantee that, like, oh, I'm gonna run into a Pokemon that, like, I can wall. Because I can set up Reflect and then just spam Recover 5 million times. That said, you can still spam Recover a lot. Like, so much. You can use Recover so much in Gen 1. So you never know. Dan the man, I don't think he's winning shit. Bind is cute, but the thing that works with Pinsir in 6v6 singles is that you can bind things that are you can wait for the team to be paralyzed, set up a Swords Dance, wait for Gengar to be fished out, see if they have one. And then you can go to town. I don't know. I think Pinsir's just born in the wrong generation. We'll say that. Toothless, you're an interesting one. Toothless is a weird one. I'm not certain how he'll do. My assumption is is good, but not as good as you'd hope given these numbers. The big problem is that Ice Weakness. Everything that learns Blizzard pretty much everything that learns Blizzard is using that, or if they're not using that, they're using Ice Beam. And it's hard to... I think there are some bad matchups Dragonite will be able to muscle through just by virtue of good numbers and wrap, but I don't think he takes the whole thing. Judas, the demon I cling to. I think that's the lyric. I don't know. I haven't. It's a Lady Gaga song. I named him after the Lady Gaga song. Well, actually, I named him that because of Twitch Plays Pokemon, how he was like the false prophet, and I thought Judas from lore from the Bible, but like he wasn't really a false prophet. He was like a betrayer, which doesn't really work, but the name stuck, and like it's a good song. I like the song. Yeah, I don't think he'll do amazing. Big problem is you're slow. You're not super bulky on the physical side, especially, and everything that learns Earthquake is using Earthquake. But by God, you are so good at like clicking Body Slam and hoping for paralysis. Monkey D. Doofy. I don't think he's gonna do great. You're decently fast, decently strong, but you're frail and you're a fighting type. That said, I mean, stranger things have happened. I've seen some insane shit at doing the testing ones that I'll talk about someday. You never know. Truly. Alright, on to the next box of the other Diet Pepsi. I'm really hoping these two fight in bracket. I think it'll be funny to see them go off. That said, I think Diet Pepsi. I think Fearow will win. You're faster. You're actually stronger. I think you have 90 attack instead of 80. It would take some crazy shit. You can go for Drill Peck and then go for Hyper Beam to finish off. As for the actual tournament, it's iffy. You're fast, which is very nice. You're decently strong, also very nice. You learn nothing to hit rock types, which there's only like 3 of them. There's only 3 rock types, right? So there's a world in which you never run into any of them because they all get fucking washed in the first couple rounds. But even then, you still have to beat like the fast psychics, the bulky normal types. It can happen. There's a world where Fearow like makes a good run, but it's not going to be like a consistent contender. Queen, my boy. Same as with Onix and Rhydon. I think they're going to be matchup fishers more than anything. There's so many Pokemon that do learn coverage for them, and they're so slow, but like you got good ass numbers, so you never know. Houdini, I think, can take the whole thing as long as Mewtwo gets out of the way, and that's a big fucking if. That's a big if. I don't know if that happens. I don't know if that ever happens, but like I think top 8 contender right here. Psychic, Seismic Toss, only attacking moves you need. You got Reflect, you got Recover, you're fast as hell. Reflect makes you pretty bulky. You got good special bulk, you've got recovery, you got everything you could ever ask for. JFK, my boy. I wish I got Amnesia for him, but I didn't know how to I couldn't do it. I think it was like only Pokemon Stadium or something. Or maybe it was like a transfer move from GSC. Either way, couldn't do it. But like, you're another water type in a field of a million water types. You will do okay. You'll win like 1, probably, if that. Carry my girl. I don't know. It's hard to say. Obviously, psychic types are a big problem, but there's only so many of those. Who knows? Maybe she can do it. Maybe she can make a run, get lucky a couple. Especially if some of the psychics like take each other out. That's a thing that could happen. And I think there's a real problem of an inability to beat bad matchups. Well, you know, you got good special, you got decent bulk. Who knows? Nancy, my girl, my parking lot demon. Why the fuck? Maybe we don't keep that in. Nancy, my girl, you have the best move pool in the game, and you have these numbers, but oh my god, that move pool, just don't look at this, look at this. You can look at this one, just don't look at everything below it, but look at this. I mean, cheese factor alone is through the roof. Between, like, Body Slam Paralysis, Blizzard Freeze, Wrap, existing. She can probably win one just by virtue of decent enough bulk, and even if you have low attack, you have the best moves. I think she can do something, but she won't win anything like serious, you know? Like maybe looking at top 64. Graggle here lives to win one match against a good type matchup and then get fucked. Bind and Sleep Powder, in hindsight, bad idea to run both of these, probably, but... And Solar Beam was a move out of desperation so that I could actually threaten Agatha's Gengar. So this is a rough one. That said, I mean, for what it's worth, getting off Sleep Powder almost guarantees you get Solar Beam next turn, and that's a strong-ass move off of this 100 special. Ooh. So there's a world. There's a world in which Graggle takes some games. And I'm excited to see if that world happens. My girl, Janice? Just 4 good moves, decent stats, don't look at this typing, and she'll do fine. Yorick. Yorick, I think, can absolutely... If he avoids the grass and electric types, of which there's only so many, I think he makes a run. I think he makes top 8, maybe even. Probably top 32 is my prediction. Beyond that, who knows? It gets iffy. Your special is good, but not good enough to be, like, tanking psychics, you know? Larry, my girl. My sweet, sweet girl, I'm sorry. You're not doing shit. You're winning nothing, but God, you're gonna look so pretty doing it. Anna might win some stuff, by the same principle Venomoth wins some stuff, which is you have decent enough speed and Sleep Powder. I think they have the same fucking moveset, actually. Like, identical. That's funny. The Ooze. Probably the proud owner of the worst title I came up for any one of these solo runs. I can't believe no one told me that shit was terrible. I would change it in a heartbeat. I still might change it after this. Anyway, they're not gonna do amazing. You have, like, okay stats. These are special and speed are pretty underwhelming, but the rest of these are fine. It's just that you're a poison type with a very mediocre move pool. I didn't even run Sludge, because Body Slam just has that utility of the paralysis chance and better coverage. The Ooze, they might make some upsets, but I'm not expecting them. Dragoon is a water type. It is one of many. He's one of many water types, and he's not especially different from any of them. He'll do fine. Ben's a weird one. I think Ben might actually do okay. I think I mentioned this in his video. He might do alright, just by virtue of, like, the 1v1 benefiting him. Like, yeah, you can 1v1 almost any normal type in the game, of which there is so fucking many. So, who knows? Mug, I did some testing, actually, with the expanded roster a little bit. Mug won some shit off of Spore that he had no right whatsoever to be taking those. So I'm very excited to see if the Cheese Master can make some moves. I'm imagining a world in which Alakazam does like 56% with Psychic or however much. He spores, and then he gets like a double slash to kill. Be really funny. Although I don't know Slash, what's the word? I don't know Slash, right, I remember. Slash is not actually a guaranteed crit because of how slow Parasect is. It's tragedy. But it is funny. Kendrick. Kendrick. He'll do fine. He's a water type with good numbers. You got Surf, you got Rap. I think he'll go far, but he's gonna run into those bad matchups, and then he'll crumble. Like, I don't think this guy ever beats Alakazam, barring a Blizzard Freeze. I'm speeding these up because I don't want this video to take like an hour just going over a bunch of Pokemon from GBA files. The Fawns, he'll do good. He'll do okay. Good moves, good stats, bad typing. What are you gonna do? The big man Blastoise. He's so big. He's also gonna do pretty good. He's another bulky water type, if you can fucking believe it. The Demon. Genuinely, Chansey is like one of my picks. Like, she can walk with it. She can walk with the whole thing. She's fucked up. Fucked up and evil. All it takes, I wish I fit Reflect on here. Here, honestly. Or I think I didn't put Reflect specifically so it wouldn't be like, oh yeah, she's gonna win for sure. But, you know. God, 81 too. She gained experience so quickly, I don't know why. Knuckles, he don't chuckle. He's a ground type. You click Earthquake. If clicking Earthquake is not enough, GG's go next. Shrek, so close to being good. It's just this right here is a little unfortunate. But ooh, those moves are pretty good though. Those moves are pretty good. Realistically, he's gonna fold the moment he hits like a really good grass or electric type. But until then, hey, or a psychic type actually. Or a flying type. You know what? He's just gonna... he's gonna do his best. Owen, my boy. This is another one I think that could take the whole thing. Even though he's only level 71. Those numbers, dog. Those numbers are so fucking good. He's so strong. He's so bulky. Even with this 65 special, you think, like, there's no way he's taking Psychics. He's taking Psychics, dog. And he's body slamming them for for more than he took from their Psychic. It's beautiful. Rex, I think, will actually get some upsets just by virtue of really good numbers and clicking strong neutral moves, but the moment he runs into something that doesn't, like, get cleanly 2-hit KO'd, I think he's cooked. Lots of Pokemon have electric, ice, or water coverage, if not just outright stab, and because you don't have any good stab moves, you're kind of working... It's gonna be rough, but for what it's worth, I think he'll do okay. Adele, one of the many basic-ass normal types. You got Sing, which does have some serious cheese factor. You got Body Slam, Bolt, Blizzard. You'll do fine. She'll do fine. Nora. Honestly, this is another Pokemon that might take the whole thing. Mostly by virtue of, like, you can click Ice-type moves really fucking well. And you can just fish for freezes. Just fish for freeze, and then you win. Genuinely. Tesla, honestly, 1, 2, 3, any one of these 5 has... No, okay, maybe not you. Any one of these 4, ignore Nashville, could take it. Any one of these 4. If Tesla avoids the rocks ground... fuck. If Tesla avoids the ground types, I think he can win the whole thing. He's fast, he's strong, he's bulky. It's just those type matchups. Nashville, I'm not expecting much. I think he'll beat the shitters, but he's going to struggle when he actually gets to the heavy hitters. Because, you know, like, Fire Spin is pretty shaky in the accuracy department. Fly is fine. It's stronger than Double Edge because of stab, which is nice. And the extra turn where you hide from the opponent can come up. So, hey, who knows? Joey, another one I think can take the whole thing. I think he can take the whole thing. I mean, he's crazy. Just 4 broken moves. If you told me, gun to my head, hey, who do you think is going to win the whole thing? It's Charles. I'm seriously thinking of doing a tournament after this one if Charles wins without him, without, like, the Legends, or without, like, top 8 or whatever, and just seeing how that shakes out, because this is unfair. This guy's broken as fuck. I'm not sure there's anyone who's actually faster than him. Who knows? You are prone to, like... I'm not even saying you're prone. Who knows? He might get paralyzed. Ooh. Yeah, no, he's got it. Elsa. You know, for what it's worth, one of the few Pokemon that might actually beat Charles. You have decent enough special. You can fish for freezes, or you can go for like Lovely Kiss. She's a scary one, genuinely. Elsa's one that I think could win. Or not, maybe not win, because you're a little frail, and you're not the fastest. But, like, Elsa's gonna do well. That's my prediction. Fish. You've seen one water type, you've seen so fucking many of them, he'll do fine. Blade. Also, he'll probably do a slightly worse than Omastar, would be my guess. But he'll do fine. You know, again, water type, decent stats. He's gonna do good. Last one, Starstruck. I wish I dropped, like, Psychic or Blizzard. Or not Psychic, Blizzard or Surf for Recover. But I think Starmie is another, like, top 8 contender. It genuinely, this thing's so good. So bulky. He's so strong. He learns a million moves. He's got it. He's gonna be good. Alright, and that is the last of them. There's like 90-something fully evolved Pokemon in Gen 1. By my count here. I am excited. I'm really excited. This video should go up the day after the Mewtwo one does, if everything goes right. If not, maybe a little bit after. It'll have the logo. It's gonna be a big thing. I'm not gonna stream the Invitational because I don't know how to do that. Because like I'd be battling myself in Showdown is the problem, right? And I don't know how I'd make that work as like an entertaining live show. But I'm looking forward to it. I've been working on this for too long. Mostly I'm looking forward to it being done. I've wanted to do this for a while, and I've just never actually finished it. But regardless, thank you all very much for watching. And hopefully I will see you again for the Solo Runvitational. The date will be announced the moment I have it locked in. Thank you for everything. Take care of yourselves, and safe voyages.